remember this day, so that's why I am recording. So I made it to my due date, but the baby doesn't want to come out, so we have to go in for an induction. So that's what we're doing today. We're on the way to the hospital, and hopefully I remember to vlog because I really do want to remember this day. So stay tuned on what's to come. So this is us on the way. Our hospital is in a city called Los Gatos. It's so pretty with all the mountains. Well, the whole Bay Area of California is pretty. It's just so relieving, and all the vibes are just immaculate. All right, so we made it to the hospital, and we can't leave the hospital without the car seat. So that's us taking the car seat. And on the way to the room, we are in the room. This is a little tour. And this is me showing a little 9 months bump date. And this is the monitor which shows the contractions and the baby's heart rate. So we could, see what's going on. And that's the monitor on my belly, and the nurses doing what they gotta do, basically. And then the nurses made me change into the hospital gown, so it would be easier for them to put in the IVs and all that stuff. And that hurt so bad. Like, the injection hurt, and the placement of the IV hurt. Everything just hurt. And that honestly kept me up all night as well, because I couldn't get into a good sleeping position because of that IV. But I was like, you know what? This is just the start of the whole process. There's way more pain to come. So that's how I handled that pain. So yeah, that's that. So these are like the last clips of me looking like a normal pregnant person, because all the other clips following, you'll see how absolutely exhausted I am. Like, honestly, all the IV fluids, the medication, just being at the hospital in general, like for 3 consecutive nights before having the baby, and then 3 more days after having the baby. It was just all too much, but the pain is worth it. That's what I kept on like repeating to myself in my head. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it.
Two more pumps. Here goes your foot. Pregnant ladies have really nice big vessels that are. Am I hurting you? That's okay. Not bad.
I was able to eat until I chose to take the epidural. So this is my husband pushing my food cart. Little update. It is currently 3:36 a.m. and I cannot fall asleep for the life of me. And my husband's over there. He's awake too. Say hi. Ah, gosh. The baby's heart rate is right there. The thing that hurts the most right now is this IV. I can't get comfortable into a good sleeping position because of it. But hanging in there. Will the baby be born today? I hope so. Little did I know I had to wait a whole 50 hours for the baby to be born. We went on the 20th, and we had to wait until the 22nd. And more surprising things are on the way. And this was my breakfast the next morning. And this is my husband annoying me. So the reason I was in pain was because the night we arrived, they inserted something called Cervidil to help dilate the cervix. But it did not help. The only thing it did do was cause pain and contractions. So we had to move on to the next labor-inducing medicine. So yeah. Nice. I had not taken the epidural yet, so I was able to eat. And that kotroti saved my life. And this is me walking because that's supposed to help induce labor as well. And this is me doing squats. Anything to freaking get out of the hospital, honestly. Like, I was done. This was just the second night. So I was just like, oh gosh, let me get out of this hospital with my baby. Like, let me do anything. I was just so tired and just ready to go home, honestly. Like, little did I know I was gonna be stuck in the hospital another night. Oh well, what to do, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. So at this point, this was the third night, and I was just so tired and, more tired than the second night, obviously. And I just gave up on vlogging, but my husband took the phone and recorded some random clips of me drinking water, because at this point, I've taken the epidural, so I couldn't eat anything. So I could only drink stuff, and, but they did let me eat Jell-O, so that was a lifesaver. That Jell-O tasted 100 times better than it actually does, because that's the only type of food I could eat, and I don't think I've eaten that much Jell-O in my whole entire life. At this point, due to all the contractions of the medicine, the Pitocin, I had like a fever, and so they put wet cloths all over me. And yeah, I forgot to vlog. So this is me after a failed induction, having to get a C-section, but it was all worth it because I got to meet my baby. And this was what I got from some friends who visited. That was so sweet of them. Some balloons, flowers, and some pastries. So nice of them. And then my husband surprised me with a push present, and I was literally so surprised because I honestly did not know he knew what a push present was, because obviously he grew up in Sri Lanka. So I was so surprised, and I was so thankful for this. Honestly, I'm so thankful for him, my mom, my dad, my brother, everyone for coming out and helping me with, because honestly, postpartum is not easy, especially right after having a C-section. I could not do much, so my mom did everything, and my dad helped with a lot of things. And obviously, my husband is my biggest support system. I couldn't have done anything without him. And honestly, I'm so thankful for all my friends as well who were there for me since the beginning of my pregnancy, and are still checking up on me. I'm honestly so thankful. And yeah, this is me opening my present from my husband, unboxing, I should say. So sweet of him. And yeah, so after 50 hours of labor, like I said before, I had to get a C-section since induction did in fact fail, and then I had to stay in the hospital another 3 days. So I had my baby on 3/22/23, and I left the hospital on the 25th. But yeah, now I'm all settled. It's been 2 weeks postpartum, and I'm finally starting to feel like myself again and enjoying every little moment with my sweet little baby. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.